This is the south side of the State Street Cemetery. This is where detectives think their Jane Doe is located. They were here last week, but they dug up the wrong body. So this time they tried again with ground-penetrating radar.
You know, she was someone's loved one, right? She was someone's daughter, someone's sister. And, you know, somebody deserves some sense of closure here.
Giving Jane her real name.
We know that our victim had extensive orthodontic work, you know, in 1976, that, you know, was pretty rare. We believe our victim had a rhinoplasty, you know, she had a nose job.
For decades, this sketch has been the only identity of the cold case murder victim.
They sent out dental records across the country, sent out fingerprints across the country. Nobody ever came forward.
August 16, 1975. Jane was found murdered here along Frontage Road in East Haven.
Floating in a drainage ditch.
Now, decades later, advancements in DNA evidence have detectives digging again.
Hopefully these two are wood.
Buried somewhere here in Hamden's overgrown and abandoned State Street Cemetery. The records here are not well kept.
Not well kept. No, we're going off of basically a hand-drawn sketch.
This hastily labeled grave map hardly a help, but detectives do know Jane was buried in a metal casket. Do you think you're onto something where you guys are?
For sure. You know, especially with that ground-penetrating radar unit we have.
Ground-penetrating radar, or GPR. Bob Perry, better known as the Bone Finder, is an expert.
What that does, it measures soil's disturbance. You know, ground is like rings on a tree. As layer upon layer upon layer. Those metal coffins stand out very, very strongly versus a wooden casket.
On this day, the detectives, the radar unit, metal detector, and shovels all came and went, leaving Jane in solemn silence somewhere 6 feet beneath. And somewhere in America, a family or friend
who must be wondering, even 47 years later, exactly what happened to their loved one.
The cemetery fell into squalor because it's just so old. Everyone in the Cemetery Association has already passed away. Graves date back to the 1700s. However, Captain Murgo told me they're not done searching. They won't rest until Jane can. Reporting in Hamden, Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.